How's it, Aloha gang, and welcome to High Now Daily. I'm Kai Noah Carlson. Happy Aloha Monday. It is the last day of March. This year is just flying by. We had a great show planned for you folks today. We got local artists, local musicians here, Anthony Fluke, Kamaka Kamarillo. We got live performances going down a little bit later. Chef Bo is in the High Now kitchen cooking it up. But before all of that, Rachel Picaro is out live. What are you up to right now?
I know I'm over here hanging out on Wailai Avenue in Kaimuki because I'm checking out one of the newest coffee shops here. And oh my, it says, look at the time. That means it's about time to get caffeinated. We are here at Lotus in Kaimuki. Come on in. Now they've been here since July, so fairly new. And we're gonna see it's nice and cozy. Oh my goodness, we already have some people who's hanging out with us today. And we're gonna get some coffee. We're gonna see how the drinks are made. And we're gonna also talk about a locally roasted coffee that they're serving up here. And we've got a couple of the baristas here. So we've got Ava and we've got Fiona here. Hello.
Hello.
She's very excited to tell me all about Lotus. I mentioned you folks just opened recently. How has it been so far?
It's been great. It's always busy.
Always busy. That means you guys are whipping up some of the most amazing coffee. Tell me a little bit about what's on the menu. You got your normal, if people want the coffee, the drips, whatever, you got that. But in addition to that, you guys are making some specialty drinks here.
Yes, we are making specialty drinks with our house-made syrups. So each barista got to create their own specialty drink, and we recently put out our new menu, and then these are the ones that we made for you today. So this is gonna be a vanilla latte with regular milk, and then this is hemp milk matcha with brown sugar syrup. This is Ava's drink. This is the cinnamon situation with oat milk and cinnamon and brown sugar syrup.
That's the name, cinnamon situation.
Cinnamon situation, yeah. This is this one.
What was the name of this one?
It's just a vanilla latte.
Okay.
A vanilla latte, and we put a little art on there. Sometimes we do that. And then here, this is the Maple Me Crazy. This is cold brew with maple syrup and half and half.
I can tell you guys, the Maple Me Crazy is so good. I already had one and I'm feeling a little crazy today. I'm probably gonna drink all of these coffees and matcha today. Okay, now I'm gonna move over here to Ava. Ava, let's talk story a little bit because you do fantastic art on top of the lattes. Tell me about some your artist skills.
Yeah, so I kind of just taught myself how to do it. I've been a barista for like a little over 2 years now. My last coffee shop, no one knew how to do it. I just kind of took it onto myself. I just watched a bunch of reels on Instagram and I just like kept practicing and I just kind of built from there. And I just try to do it with every like hot latte, anything hot that I get to steam the milk, I try to do it. And I've gotten, you know, it comes and goes. It's like sometimes I'm really good, sometimes the milk doesn't listen to me, but I try my best.
Very cool. So self-taught with the latte art. Now you're gonna whip something up for us today. What are you gonna make?
I'm gonna do a cortado. It's just half espresso, half milk, so it's like a little mini latte, and it comes in a cute little mug. A lot of people get it if they're just like, they want something like kind of like not as milky, but they don't want straight espresso. It's honestly pretty popular. A lot of people get it when they're just studying and stuff, so I'm gonna make one.
All right, so while she's making that, I'm gonna come and talk to Fiona again. She's gonna come talk story with me while she's moving in on this area. By all means, Leo, go ahead and check them out. I want everybody to see a close-up on the coffee here that she is making so beautifully. But right now, what is she doing? You can narrate for us.
Oh, so she's gonna pour the shot of espresso. We get our beans from Green World, so she already grinded that up, and now she put it into the espresso machine. Now it's dripping, and then she's gonna froth the milk on the left side. We have 2 frothers on this machine.
Now let's back up a little bit. Tell me about this coffee. I mentioned that it is roasted, freshly roasted every single day out in Wahiawa.
Yes.
Tell me about them.
Yeah, so Green World Farm, we get our coffee from there. Once a week we get a big bag of beans, and usually by the end of the week we're out of that, or sometimes sooner. So then our boss will have to go out and get more beans. And yeah, we grind those every single day, and we finish our... Yeah, they're a hit. Everybody who comes in comes from Green World Farms, and they're always asking us about our beans. And Green World Farm also has their own coffee shop, so people will go there and then get something that they like there and come here and we'll make the same thing, just closer to downtown Waikiki.
Awesome. So you guys are the only coffee shop that is serving up the Green World coffee other than Green World themselves.
Correct.
All right, so make sure you come on in. I mentioned earlier on Wailai Avenue, that's where Lotus is at. Brand new. They just opened up in July, so come on in and try out any of their drinks. They also have those specialty drinks that you saw over here. So I'm going to continue to drink and have some fun over here at Lotus Cafe. gonna send things back into studio with Kainoa. What's up?
That's right, Rachel. Thank you so much. Welcome back over here to the High Now Daily Karaoke. 2, 2, 3. I'm kidding. I'm leaving all the singing today to these two professionals over here. This is Anthony Fluke and Kamaka Camarillo. Welcome into the show, fellas.
Thanks so much for having us.
Very blessed to have you guys here. We're going to get to a live performance here in just a little bit, but one of the things we love to do on this show is celebrate local artists. So, Anthony, we'll start with you, bro. When did you start jamming ukulele?
Started jamming ukulele in 2010. My first kum was Jared De Los Santos back in Maui.
Right on, bro. And then what inspired you to get into playing music? Always been a lifelong fan?
Yeah, just ever since 10 years old, gradually instilled the love of music, listening to many of uncles and aunties throughout the years, and just always been there for me when we need it the most. So music can always propel aloha throughout the world, and so we try to just keep that going.
I love that. That's what it's all about, sharing our culture, our history, our music. Kamaka, you come from a long line of musicians, though. Is music always been in the blood?
Yeah, both sides of the family. My dad, he's a music teacher, and his dad, my grandpa, is also a music teacher. My brother's a music teacher, yeah, so it's...
And you're a music teacher as well, right?
Yeah.
Right on, bro. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, and again, Henry Kapono comes around a lot as we talk about the On the Rise Artist Program. Anthony, I know you've been a part of that. How has that impacted you as a musician?
Yeah, it's been incredible, to experience so much from Uncle Henry and Leslie, Homea, the entire team, Henry Kapono Foundation team. They really, they all have their strong suits, and they really lay all of what they have to us to really take after, and learning so much about music business and artistry, and of course Uncle Henry's creativity is off the charts, as we all can know and enjoy, but it's been an incredible journey with them.
Love that, bro. And then Kamaka, how did this collaboration come together, bro? We were listening to the sound check earlier. First of all, you guys is awesome, bro.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you guys are smooth, but how long have you guys been jamming together, and how did this come about?
Maybe in the last 2 years or so, we sort of reconnected with Anthony making his way back to Oahu to record,
Yeah,
and whatnot. And so we were originally, my brother and my dad and I taught a summer ukulele class in Maui, and he was in that class back in 2012, and then we hadn't seen him in a long time, and we just reconnected.
And now look, wow, that's full circle action, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is my cut. Yeah. And then this collaboration song as well, E Ola Kako E. What's the inspiration for that?
Yeah, it's inspired by the ali'i of Okeao from 1700s till now, and it's Kamaka's song that I kind of joined on to.
Yeah.
So
what inspired the mele, bro?
I was teaching my Polynesian music class actually a Maui song, and it was a newer sounding song, and I was thinking, like, in Hawaiian music, I haven't heard anything like that sort of non-traditional.
Right.
That honors our li'i. At least, in the last couple of years from what I've heard. So I was like, oh, go try.
There we go. That's what it's all about, that collaboration. Tell the viewers out there as well, bro, how do we stay up to date with all the musical performances, bro? And I know you can be Royal Kona Resort jamming soon, yeah?
Yes, every first Saturday of the month we'll be at Royal Kona Resort, 5 to 7. And you can find us on Instagram. We got the links right over here. Okay,
right on. And then Kamaka, how about you? What's the IG, bro? Just so everyone can stay up to date.
Instead of acapella, it's Kamakapella.
These musicians, bro. Come on. Well, fellas, as we head into the commercial break, we'll let you fellas take it away. Anthony Fluke, as well as Kamaka Camarillo.
ni oe anō Ka mea nana ka ho'o ulu lahui E ho hano hano I ke kui ni oli ni ulani I poni pa'a mauno I ka Hawaii e ola ka koe E ola ka koe E ola mauno Na kupuna a mena pua E mohana e E ola ka koe E ola ka koe E ola mauno Ka poleno Na mo'oleno O ka aina lohane I ke ana uli kupai ana hawale I nā kolo kalani vele hukamalama O lapa ka uila halulu ka hekili Me anue nue I ka po ele ele O lino lino mauna ali o ke au Kuoko a o Hawaii a kupa a vivo ole a koa koa ka koa Ho mana o ina lani I ho o mau me ke kuli a mauli E ola ka koe E ola ka koe E ola mauno E ola mauno Na kupuna A me na pua E mohala e me E ola ka koe E ola ka koe E ola mauno Aina lohane E ola ka koe E ola mono
How's it, Aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. Magical things are happening right now in the High Now kitchen, courtesy of these two, Rebecca Tamactor and Chef Bo, joining us here live on the show. Welcome in, gang.
Thanks for having us. We're excited to be here.
Very excited to be here. And you know, every time we do these interviews, it's always, Chef Bo is just cooking already. We already got good things happening in the pan. But Rebecca, today we're going to be talking about, I mean, how many locations now, different projects in the works for you?
Oh, several. We have our hands in so many different things. Uncle Bo's on Kapahulu, and up in Haliva, we have our location, Eve Alamoana, that we're going to talk
That's
about
right.
with our goose later on too.
Lots of fun, that place. Eve. I mean, lots of, that's what I love is that even with the different locations you guys have, it's all very different experiences.
Yes.
Which is what it's like all about, especially when it comes to so many of us who are traveling with the family, the friends. There really is something for everybody with the work that you guys do.
Absolutely. That was kind of the spirit of the business from the beginning, was coming together, coming to share and enjoy, and of course, great food is the focus.
Okay, now speaking of the focus, Uncle Bo's on Kapahulu now is coming up on how many years for that location?
We're coming up on 19 years at Uncle Bo's.
19 years.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you guys, especially when you think of this day and age? Man, starting restaurants, I mean, now has been tough, just navigating that business.
Absolutely.
But now to be coming up on 2 decades, that's amazing.
It is.
What do you think's been successful? Why has it been successful for so long?
Chef Uncle Bo.
Actually, yeah, that is a big reason right there. The guy in the
This
red
man
jacket
here
has a lot to do with it.
Who can't be still and just work so hard.
He's
Is
working
always
now.
there. He's always cooking on the line, you know, talking with our guests, bringing in family. He recognizes the people who come in again.
Yeah.
He just loves to cook for people. He loves flavorful food and making people smile with his food.
We've celebrated so many cool milestones over there, just personally with friends and families, birthdays. Can't say I remember quite all of them because we do have a blast when we're over there. But we're actually cooking up some of the staples of the menu, yeah? What do we got?
Well, we're getting ready for celebration season, our wedding season,
Right.
graduation, Mother's Day. So we're focusing on some dishes that are part of our Chef's Choice, that large party group dinner menu. For 10 people or more, you can enjoy for $35.95 countless numbers of pupus. One is our dynamite shrimp here. It's actually also one of our most popular dishes.
All right, so slide this over. And this has been a staple. How long has the dynamite shrimp been on the menu for?
Oh,
Since
gosh.
day one.
Yeah,
Since day one.
This is one of the original iconic
I'm gonna
Uncle Bo's
grab this so
dishes.
that our buddy Zach can get a shot of it over here. So
Wish
this
you
is
could
the
get a
dynamite
smell
shrimp.
of it.
Oh my goodness, that thing is. I need a fork. I'm hungry over here. Dynamite shrimp been on there since day one, but I do want you to expand a little bit more. This is part of that big group offering you were
Yes.
saying, right? So how does that work?
It's called the Chef's Choice. So it's for groups of 10 or more for dining in. It's eat to your fill, bottomless dishes, all shared family style. It's really, again, the spirit of Uncle Bo's and coming together and enjoying the great food. We can fit up to 60 people in our back dining room. $35.95 per person for bottomless.
Look at these.
delicious pupus.
Wait, you were saying bottomless.
Yes.
$35.99, and you can eat as much as you want?
So you finish this, we'll bring you out some more. And both of these items are on our Chef's Choice, along with another dozen items or so.
All right, I'm going ham right now on the dynamite shrimp. What is this topped with, Chef? This has got cheese. What else? The sauce, yeah?
It's a Parmesan panko crust on it.
You're getting a little bit of the crispiness, but the sauce is so savory.
It is, and it scoops up with the local mixed greens. The nachos is a little bit different than a traditional nacho.
I can tell.
It has the Asian au jus that Bo creates for us, and then on crispy wonton chip.
Wonton chips is a game changer, yeah, Chef. That's like so different than the traditional
Than the-
chips that people are accustomed to with the nachos. Wontons, they just hold a lot. The weight's different, and the crunch.
It makes the dish, absolutely.
Rebecca, what's
Okay.
going on top? Chef, what's happening over here? We've got cheese, okay.
Cheese.
Mushroom, tomato, onion, herbs, more mozzarella, more Parmesan, all the good stuff. Just a little bit of everything. It's all in one bite. Is
Look
the
at
best
this.
way.
This is the bite of that nacho.
Careful, that's steaming.
Look at this thing. We got steam coming off. That's what you want to see right there. And then the red on top, is that tomato? A
Red
little bit
bell pepper.
Red bell
bell
pepper,
peppers.
tomato, there's tomato soup.
Whoa, who's hungry right now? How do people customize for the big parties? Shrimp you mentioned is on there.
Yeah.
So how does that work when people book?
So
That's a
both-
great deal too, by the way. $35.99.
It is.
Oh my goodness.
Eat to your fill. So it's for groups of 10 or more. You can call us or text us, email us, direct message us, and we can book your group up to 60 guests in our private back dining room. And bulk, he actually creates all of it for you. So everything on the menu will come out, fill your table. Everyone can just enjoy. The servers will just keep bringing dishes out.
Boca Rota is on there.
Everybody's
That's my favorite. The Boca Rota is on there. I'm about to eat both of these in the commercial break right now. We're going to head to break right now, but stay with us on High Now Daily. Chef Mo's not done working and cooking just yet. We're going to be talking about their newest endeavor called Eve. You're watching High Now Daily. We'll be right back.
Pinkies up. I'm enjoying myself here at Lotus. I've been finding myself a nice spot here on the couch right next to Keaton, who is assistant manager here. Now, I know you folks have been here since July, so fairly new. Tell me a little bit about how the response has been so far.
So we seem to be a pretty popular cafe for people of all sort of ages and demographics. People come in here and spend hours just sipping on a coffee, having a couple bites to eat, studying, working. It's a nice ambience, and it's a pleasant place to just sit down and spend the day.
Awesome. Okay, how would you describe the vibe here at Lotus?
I'd say it's got a very nice decorative feel, but it's very laid back and casual, and we try to create that atmosphere for everybody that comes in.
Nice. You were telling me it's kind of like a European vibe. I know you studied away in Barcelona for some time, culinary, yes?
Yeah.
So tell me about your experience and how you kind of brought that back here to Hawaii and then you incorporated into the recipes here.
Yeah, so the culture from a European cafe is not gonna totally translate here on the islands, but we wanted to bring in that sort of casual coffee atmosphere that you get in a lot of cafes in Europe with small bites that you can get and a lot of sense of community between the staff working here and the customers that come in regularly.
Nice. Yeah, you were mentioning about the art that's here on the wall. We are going to hear from one of the artists. So you're going to see all their art here. Frank B. Shaner is here, so we're going to check in with him in a little bit. But before we get to that, tell me a little bit about the spread that we have here. You're going to start from this way, move your way onto that Portuguese bean soup, which I feel like I'm a Portuguese bean soup connoisseur, so I can't wait to try that.
Of course, yes. So here, starting on the right, we have our caprese salad. It uses tomatoes from the Camuela farms, so they're locally sourced, as well as the cheese and the basil. It's all locally sourced, and we put it together and drizzle over a balsamic glaze and olive oil with some special secret spices on top.
You know it's good if it's secret, yeah. Or maybe not.
Can't be giving away the secrets. And next we have an example of our Belgian waffle, which is topped with loads of fruits because we gotta keep it fresh
100, yes.
and there's a lot more to it. It's a breakfast staple here. Here we have a Cubano sandwich, which is probably one of our most filling options. You've got Kahlua pork from the Oahu Grill, which is right across the parking lot, and ham and pickles, and it's the Cuban staple, which we just decided to bring into this cafe.
You're probably wondering why I haven't, put my fork to any of the plates yet. It's because I was waiting for this Cubano. So now I'm gonna have to go in for this right here, and you gotta get a shot of that. Look how fantastic that looks. Yummy. Okay, and while I dip into this, tell me about the soups that you offer here.
Oh, and we bake that bread here ourselves every day too.
Nice.
I do.
Oh, well, he does. That's the thing. He's the assistant manager here, but he also does a lot of the cooking over here. And you have created the menu.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Nice. So tell me what goes into the Portuguese bean soup, or is that secret?
That's absolutely secret, but we have Portuguese sausage, obviously, is the main ingredient. Ham hocks, a bunch of vegetables, macaronis in there. Keep it traditional, and kidney beans.
This is fantastic, though. This is good. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. And then you got this one here.
And finally, the tomato bisque, which pairs fantastically with either this Cubano or grilled cheese for dipping in, and it's a very light, fresh appetizer that you could have.
Very cool. Now tell everybody a little bit about, in addition to the drinks that you serve here, the menu as well. You guys also host things at night, whether it's jazz night or whatnot. How can people follow you?
Yeah, so you can check out our Instagram at Lotus Cafe, and every other Thursday or so we'll have live music here after we've closed in the evenings, and you can come by, and it's the same sort of service as during the day, but with live music, and it's a different atmosphere. Come by, bring your friends. We're always open to other sorts of events too, if you'd like to contact us for those.
All right, so come on in. Lotus here, Wailea Avenue. They've been open just since July, so give them a try. This was good. This was good. This is their Portuguese bean soup, but that Cubano, oh my goodness, if I could just do a little dip into that. Top tier right there. All right, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back with more of Hi Now Daily. Mahalo. Maui Divers Jewelry is not only known for their beautiful pieces, but they also have a long-standing history in our local community. And they are kicking off April in a major way, celebrating World Wish Month. And joining me now, we have Cole Slater of Maui Divers Jewelry, and we also have Trini Clark of Make-A-Wish Hawaii. Welcome to the studio, you two.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. I mentioned you are kicking off April. Tell me what you folks are doing.
Well, we started this last year with donating 100% of all of our sales towards granting wishes. And we were able to raise $35,000 in a single day. And so we wanted to go even bigger this time. We're really hoping that we can raise more money and make more wishes, grant more wishes. We have a lot of fun.
And Rachel, this is all in celebration of World Wish Month. This is the second year that we're celebrating all month long. It's a great opportunity for all of our supporters across the world to come together to celebrate the power of wishes. When a child is diagnosed with a critical illness, their world gets turned upside down, right? Instead of going to soccer practices and prom, they're going to doctor visits and going through treatment. So wishes really, we believe, are powerful medicine. I've seen it firsthand. And we couldn't, wishes don't just happen, right? We need wish makers like Maui Divers Jewelry to jump in and help make these wishes come true. Anyone can be a wish maker. It can be a volunteer, a donor. But we are just so grateful to Maui Divers Jewelry because they have been incredible partners and so generous. And this is one way that they give back to the community. They do so much. I mean, we are just one partner, but I know that they have many all across the state. And all of the money we raise in Hawaii stays for our local children. And I know that that's really important to them as well.
That is very important to us, that it's for our local kids. The Wishmaker component is really cute because we've been on both sides of it. We contribute regularly, but we also had a wonderful young lady come in. She wanted to make a ring and then be a princess for a day at Disneyland. And so the ring portion of it, we brought her in. She had a lot of fun doing that, just being active and doing new fun things that are not doctor visits. That's a big deal. And so we like helping with that as well.
Everyone out there needs to know the details because this is a one day only, April 1st. This is no April Fool's joke. This is a real deal, yes?
Yes.
It's April Fool's, but no joke, midnight to midnight.
But what's great about this is, with Mother's Day around the corner, graduation season, you've got family and friends all across the U.S. I mean, you want to tell your family and friends, this is the day to do your shopping. And again, all of the money raised will go towards granting wishes for local children.
Mark those calendars, set those alarms because we are trying to do even more than what we did last year, right? Incredible to raise $35,000 for the keiki. I know we can do more. And of course, I would love to see more people out there just sporting some of the Maui Divers jewelry because we all love it.
Speaking of which, look, a beautiful necklace, the ring I love this bracelet.
Yeah, we have a whole new collection of OPE, and as we call our kids that cling to mom or dad, they're a little OPE. Is extra symbolic.
But they've got new things all the time, so you want to go and check them out and support.
That's where you can get all of your shopping done, yes?
Yes.
MauiDivers.com, so easy. Get those credit cards out and get that shopping going.
Yeah, let's go bigger than we went last year and grant more wishes for our local keiki.
Let's do it, you guys. Go to MauiDivers.com, put in your order, and man, it's going to be a beautiful thing to grant those wishes for our local keiki. Mahalo for joining me.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to have all the details on HiNowDaily.com. Mahalo.
All right, gang, we're back over here in the High Now kitchen. We've got Chef Bo and Rebecca hanging out from Uncle Bo's. Now, we've been talking about celebrating the different spots and different initiatives that they do. One thing we didn't hit on earlier, though, was the happy hour for Uncle Bo's. Celebrating 19 years at the Kapahulu location. What's up with the happy hour these days?
We do. We have happy hour from 4 to 6, Tuesday through Sunday. We have half off select pupus, the dynamite shrimp that you enjoyed a little bit ago. That one is half off.
It's half gone, yeah, we're enjoying it.
Yeah, it's just right around $10 on our happy hour menu. We have half off draft beers, Tuesday through Sunday. Come in any of those days for happy hour.
Okay, so those are the days for happy hour. Now, what you didn't see off camera was Chef Bo putting together one of the desserts that you can catch when you're over at Uncle Bo's too. Yeah. What is happening here?
This is our most famous dessert, the hobos. It is our spin on a taro beignet, similar to a malasada in texture. And then Bo has some local vanilla ice cream that's sided by with Frangelico American honey sauce.
Okay, so what do you recommend? I'm gonna grab this and then bring it over here, Chef, so we can. What do you recommend on the sauce? You pour them over, you dip them, or
My favorite way to eat the hobos.
Yeah, what is the best way,
to
Rebecca?
pull it apart.
Okay.
And pour in some of the sauce, scoop some of the ice cream, and have it in one bite.
All right, I'm gonna go for that right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. All right, so we've been talking a little bit about Uncle Bo's, and one of the new initiatives for you guys has been Eve. Tell everyone out there about Eve. It really is Hawaii's kind of newest, hottest nightclub and nighttime experience.
It sure is. It's something that Hawaii has not seen before. The space was built by a billionaire with like European castle vibes. It's in Ala Moana Center, next to Barnes and Nobles and below. We're open Friday and Saturday from 9 to 2, DJ and dancing, and we have special events throughout the week. We hold large groups for special occasions. We have a lot booked in April, but we have some openings starting in May for groups of 300 and more. We cater, full service bar, weddings. This month we have a birthday celebration.
Nice.
We have a company event. So lots of things that are going on.
Hi Now Daily's overdue for a group pauhana, I think, and Eve would be the spot to do it. Chef, I'm going to bring you around this side because, as Rebecca was saying, the cocktails are a big part of what takes place over there. Yeah, can we get a cocktail going? Or?
Yeah, so Bo is going to create. He's a man of many talents. He actually can bartend for us too.
He's cooking. He's bartending. Me, I'm just eating. I'm not even moving.
He's creating our temptation cocktail because the Eve theme is all sensual and luxury and back from the Garden of Eden and temptation.
Look, do you guys see the inside of this hobo right now? This theme. Oh my goodness.
And you know what about those hobos? If you come in the month of April and mention seeing us today on High Now, we'll send a complimentary hobos to the table.
What? All you gotta do is roll in there so you saw
us on today, and the month of April, come in and we'll send a complimentary.
That is sinister. I can't believe you're giving that away for free. That's crazy.
Again, Chef Bo, he loves feeding people. He loves making people happy. He's gonna create the Temptation cocktail here with our Empress Gin. It's our most popular cocktail at Eve, and again, it's very true to our theme with the Temptation concept. Has that
look at that
purple, pink color.
That's the Temptation. That probably pairs well with the dessert.
It does, and if you have an event with us, you can, bring any of the Uncle Bo's food dishes to your event at Eve with our specialty cocktails, pair them together. Yeah.
That is a dang fun night. You got Chef Uncle Bo's food over there.
Yep.
Eve nightclub, which is super cool. And then one of the cool experiences as well. I know you guys got a lot of super rare liquor that's available, yeah?
We
for
do.
Purchase inside there.
So we have fantastic bottle service, which is what we have our presentation goose that was behind in the scene. We have bottle service.
Right over here. Take a look at that over there. There's a bottle of Grey Goose located there. We go.
So the goose will come out to your table,
right,
and
like
we
that?
have some of the best prices in town and bottle service. And you'll have several servers taking care of you, pouring drinks for you all evening for the one price of the bottle.
Love it.
Yep, every night we're open.
Gotcha. All right, Rebecca, tell everyone out there, how do we book reservations? You mentioned you do the private parties. Uncle Bo's Pauhana we hit on a little bit earlier, but I mean, that's gonna be a really unique experience to go ahead and book an event at Eve. How do people do it?
Yeah, you can direct message us on Instagram is probably the quickest way to get a hold of us. It's Eve Ala Moana on Instagram, and we'll get back to you. We can help book your table. And another special, in the month of April, if you mention seeing us, for Eve Ala Moana here on Hawaii News Now, you get 10% off of your advanced reservation at Eve.
Look at that. We're saving you some cash on today's show, too. Hey, you know what? Chef, take a break. Take a break.
Okay.
Take a break. Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
Your hard work.
Chef Bo, thank you very much. Make sure you check them out. Uncle Bo's celebrating 19 years. They're over at Eve. Stay with us on High Now Daily. We'll be right back. Cheers.
Aloha and welcome back to High Now Daily. Okay, I'm with Frank B. Shaner. You know the name. Now you know the face. Look at that. Not Pao yet. I love it. If you don't know, well, I'm gonna tell you, because this guy has been a radio personality here in Hawaii for a long, long time, and then you found your passion in art.
Well, radio was my passion.
Yes.
Whatever I get myself involved in, it has to be passion. You got to throw everything into it, or else don't even do it. Well, why go to work and you hate what you're doing, but you got to stay there because you got bills and whatever? At some point, you got to make a break.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have been doing art, pursuing it full time for the last like 23 or so years. Is that right?
While I was on the radio, I was fooling around, sketching and so forth. And when 9/11 hit, that was it. Something occurred in my whole demeanor, if you will. And I found myself going into a Hawaiian graphics to get art, canvases, paintbrushes, and went back to my apartment and never stopped painting.
Wow.
Never stopped painting.
Now, I mean, where do you get your inspiration? Because you were looking just a little earlier, his art is on the wall here at Lotus in Kaimuki. It's the newest coffee cafe shop here. And I mean, so where does the inspiration come from?
Well, you know, that's a question I can't answer. But I can say that the inspiration, if that's a word, I guess it is, inspiration is to inspire. A lot of times is that I don't even have any idea where I'm going to go or how the painting will turn out. Sometimes I'll see something 3 weeks ago, and it all of a sudden makes its way up to this one-celled brain of mine.
Hey, that one cell is doing you good, man. And then like this one here, I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 eyes that's going on, looking at like, what was this one about?
Well, let me ask you the question. When you see something like this, how does it make you feel?
Honestly, I'm a little confused because I'm like, 1, 2, all these eyes. It must be like something going on in the mind. There's a lot going on. Did I nail it?
There it is.
That's what it is.
I mean, I've never heard that, and that's the first time I heard it, so I'll keep that.
Very cool. Okay, perfect. So with the art that's here at Lotus, these are for sale.
Yes, they are actually. And I have a website, frankbshanerart.com, and email.
Email.
Right.
So if you come in here and you see something that you like, just go ahead and email him. Follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, and there's a couple of other places too in Honolulu. I don't know if you can add. Should I mention?
Yeah, go ahead. I think Asagio's, is that what you said?
Asagio's, Ala Moana, and Asagio's in Kahala. Okay. Two wonderful big places, and they have all of my art in there.
Okay, sounds good.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy. Well, I'm really happy I got to come here today and check out some of your art pieces.
Well, I'm
because
happy
you're not
here.
Pao yet. There's gonna be so many more
Not
art pieces
Pao
coming
yet.
from you, yeah?
That's right.
Okay. But thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Of course, all the details on HighNowDaily.com. We're gonna take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Woohoo! Yes.
Okay. So there's another segment?
Hey, how's it, Aloha gang? You know, students from Kamehameha Schools Maui will be taking part in a special episode of Spotlight Now, exploring important issues facing our island home. Joining us now, we have Ali Kennedy and Lilinoe Kanlikapoi. Welcome into the show. Mahalo for being here.
Aloha, thank you for having us.
We're very excited to hear the voices here in our local community, especially when it comes to our teens and what's happening as we head into the future. So let's talk about some of the topics we covered in this special edition. Lilinoe, we'll start with you.
Yeah, so choosing the topics was a huge group effort. I think that our student hosts, Ivalani, Reese, Avon, and Imai really took charge of that. And so they actually chose the restoration of the Kealia Ponds on Maui and also the restoration of Ku'ia out in Lahaina.
And then how about you, Ali?
So Haven and Imai, they visited Kealia Pond, and what they wanted to do for their project is to shed some light on Kealia Pond, as it's less known on Maui, and it really has cultural significance, so they wanted to focus on that.
And what were your specific roles within the special, Lilinoe?
Yeah, so I was kind of the producer, and so I was the liaison between a lot of the community members, the kumu and haumana involved, and other people at KS Maui, and so it was more of like helping them practice, help writing their scripts, because I have a little bit of journalism experience from school.
Micah, how about you?
So I was a videographer that attended one of the huaka'i to Kealia Pond. I also composed the video. I was the video editor of Kealia Pond, and I also got to learn some stuff in the process.
That leads right to my next question. What have you learned throughout this process, Lilinoe with being a producer and Ali with you being a videographer?
I think the biggest thing for me was just learning how to communicate with everyone involved, and I think that there was a lot of age gaps and experience gaps, and so learning how to connect everyone and build pilina to help create a successful group, and also learning about the different ike that we might not have known before about Kealia and Ku'ia. And yeah, it was really exciting to learn about these things, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Oh, okay, we got to stay tuned. You're already a great producer. That's right, don't give away too much. Videographer, videos is something we know all about over here. What did you learn throughout the process?
I feel like it's a really good experience for me, especially I'm not a senior yet, I'm a junior. Being able to see this kind of, as an underclassman, I can just carry on my experiences into my senior year.
What was maybe some of the things that stuck out to you most?
I would say definitely the leadership qualities of my classmates. I think that we see them in this different kind of light at school, and you have classes with them, but when they're given this kuleana to kind of oamo, it's really exciting to see them take a hold of that, and I was really surprised and really proud to call them my friends and classmates.
Oh, right on. And then Ali, how about you?
Growing up on Maui, I just viewed this place as somewhere I drive past. When I actually got to go here on this private area, I discovered that there were salt beds there, and not only that, but you can eat the salt, and so I ate it, and it's crazy, this very important mineral is here, just at Kealia, right there.
What are you hoping that people take away when they come across this special, they watch it, what are you hoping that people know?
I think that by highlighting these places that not very many people know about, that's already a part of our kuleana being completed and finished, and I think that in the broader context, just people watching the show and seeing that haumana even have a voice here in Hawaii, like on a news source like this, it'll help kind of inspire other news sources and communities around the world to let Indigenous youth kind of share their voice and what they want to talk about.
There are those little places on an island that not much people know about. So simply just becoming aware and learning about that place is so special for our ike and continuing it in the future.
Very important. Ali, Lilinoe, mahalo nui for being here. And again, this very special edition of Spotlight Now will be on April 1st, 1 p.m. on K5. How's it, Aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. To wrap up today's show, here's another live performance from Kamaka Kamarillo and Anthony Fluke. Make sure you check him out at the Royal Kona Resort. See you.
Temptation comes from the wealthy man. No, I'll never let go of the land where my kupuna stand. No, I won't let you go, won't let you. Can't turn back the hands of the seasons. Can't let go of my roots, they're the reason. Can't turn back the hands of the seasons. Can't let go of my roots. Kumuni olula kapili kamole kupaami vole kamakani pahi. Hirina ia wina kupuna okea. Amo na kupa amo kaiulu amo kapili na ika aina. Amo na kupa amo kaiulu amo kapili na ika aina. Naikia ika uhiwa fuka hilika ika lafui eo ena kihai iwaile mua ike ala mahope mako na poki honi para imua inu ika vai ava ava e hola mua mau kako imua inu ika vai ava ava e hola mua mau kako imua inu ika vai ava ava e hola mua mau kako imua inu ika vai ava